Oh my God, guys, I am so excited. Today we're doing something totally new on my channel. I usually do celebrity readings, but today we're going to do a timeless pick a card. I can't believe it, how excited I am for this. I mean, usually it's all about your favorite celebrities, your favorite K-pop people, but today it's all about you. So please let me know what you think of this reading. This is a timeless reading, so anytime you need to come back to it, you can. Just a small introduction. I'm Kelly from Kelly Loves K-pop. I am a tarot reader, but today we're going to switch it up a little bit and try something new. So hopefully you guys enjoy this. Please, again, let me know what you think. We're going to start with 4 piles here, and I want you to focus in, take a deep breath, and tell me which pile calls to you. Okay, so we're starting off on the left with pile 1, which has this Vesuvianite crystal from Italy. Pile number 2 has a small raw tumbled ruby. I think it's just beautiful. Pile number 3 has a piece of ametrine, combination amethyst and citrine. And pile number 4 has this little beautiful gray moonstone. So take a moment, meditate, and focus in on which pile calls to you. If multiple piles call to you, that's good too. Sometimes, you know, but this is here for more than just one message for you. I'll go ahead and give you a moment, but feel free to pause the video and take as long as you need. And when we're ready, I'll go ahead and get pile 1 and go into your reading, okay? So we'll go ahead and get started. Okay, pile 1, if you picked the Vesuvianite, this reading is for you. Again, this reading, it will be here anytime you need it. I'm going to go ahead and start this reading with 2 animal spirits. These are going to be the overall energies for your reading. We have this really cute giraffe spirit, which is about seeing the big picture, right? It's about zooming out, just like we've done, and really just taking inventory about what's going on in your life. And then the horse spirit is freedom is yours, right? So this is about breaking out of any limitations you feel like you've been setting on yourself. Maybe you feel like you've been stuck in a rut. You've been doing the same thing day in, day out. You know, you'd like to realize some more of your dreams. And I think this reading is here to tell you that it's okay to feel that way and that you're going to open yourself up to what you deserve, what you'd like to see yourself have in this life. So I think these are really nice energies. These are definitely very like earthy energies. Maybe if you're an earth sign, your Virgos, your Capricorns, your Taurus, this reading may especially be for you. Okay, so next we'll go ahead and we'll draw some tarot cards. And don't worry if you see cards in reverse. Often it just means that we have extra meanings, extra energies to pull from, right? So right, and initially we have this 8 of Swords, right, which is about, it's in reverse, so it's like maybe you're coming out again of feeling stuck, feeling a bit claustrophobic, feeling like you're boxed in your life, or maybe you're scared of things that are coming up that haven't quite happened for you yet. But this is about you're in your head, right? You're definitely hyper focusing on some negative energies around you right now. Right. And the reverse child of spells, maybe you're not sure which direction you want to go. You may either have plenty of options, or you feel like what you want to do, you're not sure how to go about it right now. Again, maybe you're feeling like these negative energies are holding you back. So this could be your own negative thought process. So are you the type of person that gets in your head, almost like maybe you have an idea, but you kind of tell yourself or talk yourself out of it before you start? I know I actually have a lot of problems like that personally too, where it's like you want to do something, but you kind of give yourself a list of cons of why maybe you shouldn't do the thing, even though that's what you're feeling in your heart to do, right? Again, another concern of it could be long-term effects. If you dump what money you have right now, if it doesn't pay off later, where are you going to be? You know, are you wasting your time? I mean, I think this is also a very human concern when you want to start something, or when you've been working your whole time in a certain industry, and then halfway through you realize, 10 years later, I don't really like this anymore. I don't really want to do this anymore. But what am I going to affect in my long-term repercussions, right? Like Tower, also speaking of like big life changes. Tower upright at least tells us that this is something that you can control. It may still happen, but you can be in the driver's seat of what you're going to take away from this life-changing decision. So again, like if something going on, something scary is happening, or you want to change something and the thought of that change is scary, you're going to want to zoom out and look at this big picture, right? You're going to look at, are you talking yourself out of it, or are you going to allow yourself the freedom to change something that's going to bring you joy in your life, right? And then we have the Wise Woman in reverse, and this is like the High Priestess card. This is like you might be like disconnected from your intuition. So if you're feeling unsure, like you definitely want to spend some time reconnecting, spend some time meditating, spend some time getting in touch with your inner self, your higher self, and what you want, right? This is about self-discovery here, and this is about not letting those internal fears, don't talk yourself out of the things that you want and that you deserve in your life, right? So, but changes, whether we like them or not, changes are going to come. So it's about how will you handle it, and can you take what you've learned and chase what you want and who you want to be, right? Because this isn't just about material things. This is also about like changing who you are at the deepest level, like evolving and finding your happiness, right? So now we're going to go into some oracle cards and see if we can't give some advice on how to get over these big, scary, life-changing things, these things that are coming in, that possibly coming into your life soon. So just know that things will be scary, but you can get in charge of these things. You can get ahead of these things, right? So right now we have the Child, the Father in reverse, and the Nine of Water. So the Child is definitely like finding your inner child. Maybe you've been, again, I keep getting feelings like you've been working this job, or you've been trying to be that responsible, dependable person for so long. Maybe you've put aside your own dreams, and this is about like, again, reconnecting with your freedom, reconnecting with your childlike optimism, and realize that the world didn't stop being open to you because you hit a certain age, right? Or maybe things didn't go the way you thought they would. That doesn't mean it's too late to start a new dream. This is about you realizing that start again. It's okay to start over. It's okay to start again. It's not always this big, negative, scary thing. Like, you can have a fresh start anytime you want. Again, this father energy in reverse is about being extremely rigid in your thinking, right? A lot like this Eight of Challenges is don't, and even this wise woman as well, don't let the structure of the position you're in now talk you out of the things that you want, talk you out of the dreams you want to chase. You know, you don't have to be imprisoned by your environment or by your responsibilities. You know, change is hard, but change is healthy. Change is good for you, right? So don't feel like you have to be set in your ways. Also, don't feel like you have to be stuck in some kind of gender role. I know a lot of times if you're a man and you're into that gender role, you can feel like you have to always put the family need before yourself, or that you always have to have this job that makes your parents proud. You know, there's a lot of familial pressures to be a certain way, and you may have given up on dreams you had as a child to pursue what everyone else wanted of you. And same for women. I mean, if you're stuck in that female gender role, maybe you felt like you couldn't go out and chase your dreams because you had children, or because it was too aggressive or assertive. But don't be locked into that. Like, don't let other people's expectations tell you who you have to be. And then again, this is also about emotional attachments, which makes me feel like this is a lot about like familial expectations. But also, like, you have to open your heart to receive. This fear closes off the future. You can't be scared of the tower. You have to realize that when that tower falls, you'll have all the bricks you need to rebuild. All of the things will still be there, but you can rebuild them in your own design. So you have to open your heart. You have to be ready and willing to accept this gift and look at it as a gift, right? This is a new chance, a new cycle to begin. You know, this child of spells wants to do something new, wants to chase new passions. So don't let that inner child be stuck because you've closed off the even the chance or the idea of something new coming in your life. Like, be open, and the more you're open to these new ways of life, these new energies coming to you, the more you'll attract what you want. But you have to give it space to manifest, right? We have to allow the old cycle to finish so that we can begin anew, and this time you will be in charge of that. Okay, and then we'll get 3 more oracle cards. Say, right, so we have friction, context, and preservation. So again, just like the tower, just like this whole learning how to back out and see the bigger picture, you're going to have some friction. Change is not comfortable, right? Change is hard, but it's like this snake that takes all this energy to push off of its old skin. this caterpillar putting in all this energy to become a butterfly. Like, change is difficult because you're not just changing your world, you're changing your own mind, you're changing your sense of self, and that's difficult. And you have to be brave, and you have to again, open up yourself to being a completely new person, being the person that you want to be, not the person you've had to be. Again, context, it keeps coming back to these original energies. Context is about seeing the big picture, looking at all the pieces, all the cards on the table, so to speak, and, you know, getting rid of the things that no longer serve you, getting rid of all the parts of your life that aren't getting you where you want to be, that are dragging you down. You know, you can't discern where the problem is if you haven't zoomed out and given yourself context. The more information, obviously, the more inventory you take of your life and what areas you can cut away and what areas are available for new growth, the better you'll be. Again, this preservation, I mean, you see all these like snakes around in the hands protecting, like, but you, if you want to let something grow, you can't stifle it, you can't protect it, you can't let all the fears hold it in. You'll never give it freedom. It'll never know freedom because you've kept it locked away, hidden, to protect it. Like, maybe what you want to do is possibly something you know will change the way people look at you, but that's okay. Like, it's really okay. You should give yourself the permission to be who you've always wanted to be. You don't need to hold back. You really are ready for a change. You're ready for growth. You're ready to evolve into your next state. So I think the only thing holding you back is your own fears. Once you let go of those fears, you'll be free. You will find your happiness. You will find your purpose. So group number 1, I just really would love to see you give yourself permission. Give yourself permission, and if things get a little messy along the way, if things have to change, you know, if it's a little uncomfortable, don't worry. It's supposed to be. But you will come through. You will find that freedom and that happiness as long as you allow yourself, as long as you tell yourself it's gonna be okay, because it's gonna be okay. It really is. Okay? Group number 1, thank you so much if you stuck around for this reading. I really appreciate it, and I hope you've enjoyed your message. We're going to go ahead and get started with group 2. So, welcome group 2. You must have picked the ruby crystal. I know it doesn't look like what we find in bracelets, but this is what it looks like raw when it comes out of the earth, right? So let's keep those energies in mind. We'll go ahead and start off with your spirit animal guidance. So you have the squirrel spirit, which is believe in yourself. And then you have the elephant spirit, which is learn from the past. So these are both very empowering energies. Go ahead and keep them in the center for now. Very empowering energies, and it's really interesting because it comes to mind, I don't know if everyone's old enough to remember, but used to be like cartoons that would show this big elephant and this little tiny mouse or small rodent, you know, would run up and just terrify this huge elephant, showing that, you know, power isn't from size. Power is what you know you're capable of, right? So as long as you're not scared, as long as you believe in yourself, you know, you can overcome the largest immovable objects around, right? So, but the elephant also tells us that you've learned a lot of things along the way, and don't forget all of those lessons that helped make you who you are, right? Because you are brave, you are strong, you are powerful. Yeah, sometimes we can be scared from something small, but once we realize who we are, once we realize those things have happened and we're still here, you know, once we realize like how much true power and weight we can move around when we want to, nothing's going to stop you, right? So these are our energies, both the smallest and the largest. So that's a huge range we're encompassing today with these animals. I love it. Okay, and next we'll pull some tarot cards for you guys. I've already drawn these earlier, so lay down this spread for you. So I have the Lovers in reverse, which tells me possibly that you're coming out of a relationship or a disappointment that a relationship didn't quite work out for you. You know, it's super relatable. We've all been there. It could be even not necessarily romantic. This could have just been a business partnership or a unionship, or maybe you've recently lost a friend. Right now, with the world the way it is, you know, there's a lot of relationships, friendships that we just can't be together right now. And unfortunately, sometimes that puts things that we're cooking on a back burner that can really just stall any momentum we had. You know, so then we have the Child of Challenges, which is maybe you feel lost, maybe because of this recent parting of ways, this recent breakup. You're having to rethink a lot of things. You're having to get used to being on your own again. You know, sometimes if you are in a relationship where if you live together or if you're going through a divorce, there's a lot of restructuring that has to happen in your life. Seems like right now you might be struggling to do that. Then we have the Ace of Challenges, which means, again, we're trying to come up with new ideas. We're trying to allow a new way of life into our life. But again, it feels like for you guys right now, your energy is really stifled. It could be also you're feeling like maybe you're not being listened to. Maybe if you're not quite broken up or you're not quite parted ways, maybe you're in a relationship that just feels like it's not working and you're not being valued and listened to. So it's bringing you unhappiness. The Sun card is usually about an expansion, happiness, growth, just you know, thriving in the sunlight. And right now maybe you're closed off. Again, this definitely makes me think of like how we're having to stay indoors more. You know, maybe you just can't see the people that bring joy into your life right now, and it's making you figure out that you can't be as reliant on other people. You're gonna have to learn to be more self-loving, self-sustaining, finding out ways to bring yourself happiness, right? And the same thing with this 10 of Spells. This is like, excuse me, excuse my air conditioner kicking on. This 10 of Spells is about feeling like there's a big burden. So maybe whatever you had help with before from your partners, from your friends that you're not seeing, and it could be even about this lack of happiness in your life, like it's feeling it's a lot of work to replace it. It's feeling like there's a hole that needs to be filled and you're not sure how to progress, how to go about doing that. So overall, like I said, I think the animal spirits really want you to know that you're all you truly need. I mean, friends, relationships, they're great, but you need to feel the value of yourself first, And again, this elephant energy is telling us to learn from the past. Like, most of us, you know, will have prior breakups, prior disappointments that, you know, maybe rehash, find what used to make you happy. Like, maybe you're being called to actually look into the past and reopen some of those hobbies, some of those things you used to do that made you feel whole, that made you feel happy, right? We're going to look into advice from the oracle now that we've kind of looked into what your current energies are. Move some cards around so that we can do that. All right. Move those here. Okay. So the oracle right now is asking us, okay, the 10 of earth, intuition, and the 4 of water. So a lot of times in tarot, this can be like the abundance card, but also in this oracle deck, this is about, again, a lot about believing in yourself. A lot of it being assured in who you are, and that who you are is enough. Right? This is about authenticity. This is also being like a master of your surroundings. So it's like feeling supported by yourself, right? Like, again, she's nurturing this, I don't know if you can see this tiny little dragon down here on her arm. You know, she's got the forest creatures around her watching her, but she's also got like her mask. She has who she has who she is and also who she can be when she needs to be, right? So, you know, she's in the woods, but she's not hiding from that. And also you can see she's a part of it. She's here in these roots and rocks, and she's stable, right? She's thriving, she's growing, she's happy where she is. Intuition is also about, you know, knowing yourself and also trusting your gut, right? So we're talking about learning from the past. This is about knowing where you've been and letting those lessons guide where you're going. You know, like she has her owl for wisdom here, you know, but she has her, looks like a black cat down here, her spider webs. So even though she's you know, she's secluded, she's detached, she's kind of on her own, she has her web, she has her network, where she has all the information she needs, you know, and she's got her pomegranate of knowledge. You know, this is about being, again, very secure. Actually, all three of these cards are about being very secure in who you are and your knowledge of yourself. So if you need time to sit and reflect on the past and what lessons you have learned in the past that are going to help you in your current situation, this oracle is asking you to sit down and meditate and do that, right? If we're going to go ahead and go into this 4 of water, which is about, again, he's looking in the mirror, and even though he's scarred, like, he's content. He knows he's enough, right? Like, it's not about, like, this is about self-love, right? This isn't about seeking validation from other people. This is giving it to yourself, right? So believing in yourself, knowing that you're going to get you through this. You know, these oracle cards are telling me that you have knowledge about this situation. You've been here before. And I think it's just telling you to not focus in on the loss, on the hole left behind. It's telling you, you are enough. You know, you need to be kind to yourself, love yourself, do all the little things you have to do to get you through. You know, if you got to buy that candy, if you're gonna sit and binge that TV show, it's okay. it's okay. You need to look out for you first and do what makes you happy, right? Because chances are whatever you're walking away from is because it wasn't worth the time and the effort. You are worth the time and the effort. You need to look out for you. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to know who you are and know that that's okay. Okay? So I'm going to do these last oracle cards. Just absence, influence, and patterns, right? So again, we've been talking about this person may have left you, this situation maybe didn't work out the way you wanted, and it's kind of left this pit, this void that you're trying to feel, this absence. You're trying to focus on what's missing when you should be focusing on you. You should be looking into yourself. And if you're focusing in on what's missing, you're just going to let the beauty of life pass you by. You can't keep sitting out life because of not feeling good enough or not feeling whole. Like you going back out into life, or at least finding those things that made you happy, that's what's going to make you feel complete. That's what's going to make you feel whole. You don't need another person to do that. Again, influence. Yes, you want to be open to new people and new experiences, but also know that you have the value. Like if you're going to meet someone new, again, I think this is about learning from the past. If you're going to go into a new situation, a new relationship, or just start meeting new people, you have to know you're bringing the value here. You don't need them to make you happy. You're already happy because you have the value. You have the love in your heart for yourself. They're an added bonus. There's someone to talk to that is into the same things you're into, or at least makes you feel good about those things, about what you're interested in, what you like doing. I think if you get out there doing the things that you love, you're going to naturally attract people to you instead of chasing other people. Again, I feel like the more you're focusing on yourself, the more other people are going to want to just naturally revolve around you. Magnetism is just going to draw them in because you're just so interesting. You're so full of life, and if you believe in yourself, you're knowledgeable, they're going to want to be like that too. They're going to want those kind of people around them because you're just going to radiate this like positive, loving, nurturing energy. And finally, we have patterns. So patterns are about, again, you're learning from past experiences. Like if you're going into any kind of new relationships with all of this kind of baggage or worry that you're not good enough, in my life, you're using examples from how you did something that made it not work in your past relationship, and that's what you're dragging into your current new options. Like you're going to create this cycle. This pattern's just going to keep repeating, right? So you don't want to just keep being that same kind of, scared person. You want to take the time to work on yourself so that when you go into something new, you understand your value, you understand your worth, and you're not going to let the same thing keep happening to you. You're going to be that person that people can't afford to lose because you're such an anchor, right? And I'm not saying that you had any deserving aspects of whatever didn't work out for you, but this is about you understanding that investing in yourself will only make yourself more valuable. But the only person you need to prove that to is you. Once you know that, then everyone else is going to know it too. Okay? So group number 2, I really hope you understand that you got everything you need. you're great. Just don't let anybody else make you think you're not, okay? I hope you enjoyed your reading. If you could leave a like and subscribe if you like my content, I'd really appreciate it. But this is all I have for you. So we're going to go ahead and move on to group number 3. All right, group number 3, I have your cards ready and waiting. You picked the Ametrine Tumbler. Sorry if it's looking a little darker here than when you started this video. It's winter time up in the northern hemisphere where I am, and it gets dark here pretty early, unfortunately. So, but that doesn't change anything about your reading. So hopefully it's still easy to see. We're going to start this reading with your animal spirit messages. Actually, of all the readings, I really love the cards you guys got the most. Don't tell the other people, okay? It'll be our secret. But you got the wolf spirit, which is about turning knowledge into wisdom, and the butterfly spirit, which is transformation is beautiful. Now, both of these feel like you're maturing, you're becoming, I want to say you feel like you're becoming your next evolution. You've been through some stuff, you've learned along the way, that knowledge is turning into wisdom, you know, but you know that, again, those things happening to you is what have made you who you are. And again, both of these energies are really beautiful. I love these cards. So I'm going to do a tarot pull and see, well, I've already done the pull, but we're going to see what the tarot has to say about your possible current situation, your current energies, okay? So first we have the Six of Boons. Again, I feel like you're turning knowledge into wisdom. You've had some bumps in the road. Maybe you're not feeling like you're at your highest point in your life. You know, maybe times are a little hard right now. I know times are hard for a lot of us right now. Work's really hard to find. If you are down in your luck right now, just know it feels like this wide world card is saying that, like, change is coming, good things are coming, opportunities are coming, like the world is about to open up for you. So if you have been struggling, I believe that it's going to get easier soon. I think if you put yourself out there, if you've been making the calls, someone's about to come looking for you and help get you back out there, right? Get you back out into the world where good things are waiting for you. Transformation is waiting for you. Again, there's also the Seeker of Boons. This is about, well, honestly, it's about coming into some new money. It's about resources starting to present themselves to you. So it's the beginnings of something financial. So again, if times have been lean, you're going to start being able to either start putting together your own business, or someone is going to come looking for you to help them with their business. You know, she's out here looking for her little, what are they, mushrooms? Mushrooms or some kind of little light bugs, but she's discovering a new opportunity to help her along her way. You know, she's out here about to start putting some things together. Now the Weaver of Challenges, this is your Queen of Swords. So it could be you feel like you're scared to speak out, or if this could be a woman in your life that is, I want to say, bringing you a lot of negative energy. You know, this is definitely someone that you're going to want to keep away from. You know, if you do have someone in your life, possibly an older woman, a very stern woman in your life, maybe it's time to like break away, cut the cord, get away from this negative energy. If it's not, it also speaks just about feeling like you can't say certain things to certain people. You may feel very limited in the ideas you can present or the way that you present them right now. So again, you may just want to do your best to transform, to know what's best for yourself. Trust in your own knowledge. If this person feels negative, if the situation feels bad for you, if it feels unhealthy for you, then it is. Trust yourself, you know, and cut out those people in your life who are toxic. And then finally we have the Four of Spells. If we're cutting out people or we're seeking out new opportunities out in this big wide world, this is about finding the right people. So you're going to want to network and find people who are trying to reach the same goals that you are, right? The more connected you are, the more likely you are to get returns. You know, and this one, they're all going out to their little party together. So don't feel like too, if you're just because you're on tough times right now, that you can't talk to your friends, that you can't make new friends, because you definitely should be. You have a lot to offer the world, so don't feel like you have to be closed in from these energies. Go out, talk to people, like especially talk to people, you know, as much as you can right now. It is honestly the best thing you could do. You have a lot to offer other people, even if you feel like this isn't your best version of you. You need to trust that who you are inside hasn't changed just because your outside situation may have. Like, you're still this wonderful person who people want to be around, who has a lot to offer people. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and pull from the oracle cards, and we'll see what the advice is from the oracles. Okay, here we go. Trying to get all these cards to fit on this table. All right, group number 3. Right, so again, repeating this animal energy this is about you being assured in yourself of who you are. Like, you know, she's the crone, she's been around, she knows exactly who she is, and she's not afraid if other people don't like her. What they think has no bearing on her, right? She's out here, she's like got her own secret path that she protects, or that she uses, you know, her knowledge from her crow, you know, and her power and her staff. Like, you're not messing with this person, right? No matter who you are, this person is very confident, and like I said, you're confident in what you know, and you can trust in yourself. The youth, though, is about not being afraid to take risks. Just because you're transforming, you're entering the new stage in your life, like, don't feel like you're limited. Like, this is definitely about encouraging you to take risks. Don't let these negative energies talk you out of it. If you're meeting with people, if you're talking with people and they're doing some crazy new things, you know, maybe now's the time to try it. What do you have to lose, right? Don't be afraid to do new things, to become a new, better version of yourself, okay? And then lastly, well, actually not lastly, I have more oracles for you, but of this set, lastly we have the Two of Earth. This is about finding balance, but also allowing yourself to grow. Again, just because you've been around a while, just because you've had to learn a lot of things, maybe you had to learn a lot of things the hard way, you know, you can still take this new bold approach. I mean, we live in very unique times, so sometimes a unique approach to the future is needed. And this is about finding balance and harmony between the two, and letting that wisdom push you into this new version of who you will be. This is just about definitely really this is a lot about confidence. You know, you're turning into wisdom, you're turning knowledge into wisdom, you're transforming into something totally new, which takes a lot of bravery. You know, you're assured in who you are, but you're going to still take a risk. And so just be bold, be brave, be confident, trust in who you are, okay? If you need someone to tell you that it's okay to take a risk, I'm telling you it's okay. So the last 3 cards I have for you are Alchemy, Reaction, and Core. So again, this is very much about transformation. This is about taking the cards you're dealt. This is about, you know, when life gives you lemons, make lemonade. You know, this is about change. There's something, your energy for group number 3 feels like, just like this ametrine is turning into citrine, or this amethyst is turning into citrine. That's what makes it ametrine, you know. This, you're going through this metamorphosis of your own design. You're the master of your own design. So just have that confidence to know that you're gonna come out okay, right? You know what you have to do, and you know that whatever situation you're in is temporary. So you're going to create something new. Reaction is just about making sure that with all of this chaotic transformation energy, that you don't lose sight of like how you're reacting to things. That you're not being I don't want to say overly emotional, because being emotional is good, but letting your decisions be ruled by emotions is not. You know, like we said, we want you to take a risk, we want you to do something new and meet new people, but you shouldn't let any old emotional hang-ups drive that. This is about you and who you want to be and where you want to go right now in your life. So just don't let old emotional hang-ups hold you back. This is very much about growth. So just know growth can be painful, but it's good for you, okay? So just, and much like that, this is like the culmination of everything we've been talking about. But this is about following your heart, right? So like I said, just because it's not the perfect situation, you have everything you need to chase this dream, to be confident, again, confident and bold in who you are, but connected with this world, having so much to offer this world. So, I mean, ultimately, your message today, group 3, is about confidence and accepting the changes that are coming to you, with grace, with dignity, and with confidence. just know that you got this. You know, just be true to yourself. As long as you're true to who you are, the cards look like you're headed in the right direction. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed your reading, group number 3. That's all I have for you today. If you enjoyed your reading, though, please make sure you press the like button. I would really appreciate it. Subscribe if you want to see more. I'm hoping to do more readings like this in the future, okay? And we're moving on to group number 4. Okay, welcome group number 4. You're the group who picked this nice calming moonstone. You know, maybe, I don't know, a lot of people don't like these like gray moonstones, but I just think they're beautiful. I think they're really nice and soothing. So we're gonna start your reading with your animal spirit energies. Giving, if any of my viewers, anybody else who's in the Northern Hemisphere recently in the United States, we just had a whole bunch of turkey. So that's really interesting that we got the turkey spirit animal card. But again, this is about give with gratitude and grace. This is about giving, okay? And your spider spirit, which is to make your dreams real. So overall, this energy is very much, here, I'll put them in the center for a second. This energy is very much about, it is to give, to receive. So the spirits are calling on you to volunteer, to donate, to help people this time of year. If you live in, you know, a northern region right now, it's really, really cold. It's hard for your elderly people to get around. So, especially in these days of the plague, you know, so if you're being called, make sure people around you are eating okay, that if they need help, you know, that they're being taken care of, just like this spider energy, like they're very connected. It's the connections that you're using to, you know, follow each little thread that's going to come back to you. So when you need help, you know, you have this web, you have this network of people who are all looking out for each other. All of that giving energy will come back to you if you're helping other people in your life, right? So I'm going to do a small tarot spread to see if we can't gather what you may be going through, what's in your current energies right now. So I've already drawn these cards, but we'll go ahead and lay them out. I keep changing my mind on how I want to present these spreads, so let me go ahead and right now take up all the space. I have it, why not, right? So I see the Keeper of Visions, which, you know, this deck likes to rename things for more elemental, but this is your King of Cups. So upside down in reverse, you may be feeling a little emotionally raw, a little emotionally unstable. You may be going through some things where you're not really sure how to feel about them. You know, this Six of Challenges, like, you may be feeling a bit defensive or like frustrated in your current situation. You know, she's been chased up this tree by these wolves down here, and she's trying to figure out how she's going to get out of this situation. So if you've been dealing with a lot of stress or just feeling stuck, you know, if it's making you feel a bit untethered, you know, this is about, you know, sit tight, okay? You may have to figure out where your next steps are going to be, right? So this is the Eight of Visions. This is, again, your Eight of Cups. So this may be about something you're having to let go of, something that you don't want to let go of, but life or family or work is making you give it up. You know, you just feel cornered. You feel like maybe there's just not enough time in the day to do all the things you want to do, and you're having to give up on one of your dreams or one of your goals, right? Maybe you've just given yourself too many goals until it's overwhelming, and there's something you need to give up to make room. You know, and also this could be that you're in a cycle of self-pity, self-loathing. You know, you may just feel like you're not getting what you want out of your current situation, and you're not sure how to proceed. And also you could be like definitely either longing for the past or thinking about the past a lot, maybe before you got into this situation, but be careful not to romanticize the past. You know, if you recently like moved into a new living situation with other roommates and now you may be regretting it, you guys may be fighting, you may be in a new relationship or a new job, and you're just thinking, oh, well, maybe I should go back to the old one. Maybe I didn't know what I had until it was gone. But be careful, because sometimes hindsight is not 20/20. Sometimes you're letting the stress of a new situation color your past experience. So just be very careful that you're not doing that. And again, this the Enchanter, this is our Magician card in this deck. And in reverse, it's about not necessarily being in control, or it could be that you're being manipulated. This, whatever situation you're in, could be making you feel this way. Someone else could be making you feel this way. Or it could just be your own internal dialogue making you feel this way. So be careful you're also not doing this to yourself. Make sure that you're not, beating yourself up. You're not feeding into those negative thoughts that are counterproductive for you. And this also could be like a miscommunication card. Like, these feelings could be that just over some kind of simple miscommunication. So if you're worried that sometimes you get in that situation where someone's not talking to you and you think they're ignoring you, but they're really not. Maybe they're just busy. So just don't be afraid to go out and ask for clarification from people, because maybe it's a simple oversight. Maybe it's just a simple miscommunication. So give everyone the chance to make things clear. Again, like, don't jump to conclusions. Make sure you're letting the people in your life feel appreciated, and making sure that they know that you're there, because maybe you've been busy, or maybe because you've been kind of caught in this mental state that you're not reaching out like you should. So don't be afraid to go and call and lean on your friends and your family. Follow those web threads and like get your support group if you need it. If you're feeling lost, stuck, confused, just up in the air emotionally, like this is calling you to lean on other people. Sometimes, like you said, to give is to receive. So if you're feeling like you're not getting something from other people, maybe you need to give it first. Sometimes people say, oh, well, I don't respect people until they do something to deserve it. But maybe you do need to extend that olive branch. Maybe you do need to just show people that you are there, and then you'll get back some of those old feelings. You'll clear up this miscommunication. Okay, we're gonna go into the oracle cards and see if we can't get some good advice for you out of this situation. Okay, group 4. Let me move some cards around back where I was trying to put them earlier. Okay, so let me move these up. So I see some water cards, so this is still about your emotions, this king. So emotions and intellect. I don't know if people know, like, the old saying, like, you become whichever wolf you feed. So if you're feeding into some of these negative energies, like, you're gonna keep producing negative energy around you. I mean, I'm not saying that all your environment is easily affected, but the way you perceive it will be. So if you're already in a negative mindset, you're going to focus on the negative, which is going to bring out more of the negative. So if you can try to look at the pros and the cons and give the pros and the cons equal weight, you'll be doing yourself a huge service. Like, whatever you're stuck in, like, you need to try to be as objective as you can. about what you're actually going through. And also, don't be afraid to be vulnerable. Again, we're talking about being graceful and giving to other people, but that means being emotionally available as well. So like, don't be afraid to come with an open heart and let them know that. Like, show the strength in your emotion by being vulnerable, by being available. You know, if someone else is going through problems, if you open up about yours, then that gives you guys a support group to go together. Again, it helps with this communication and these being stuck in the past if you're going to be open and honest about the things that you're feeling with each other. So again, this perception card is very much about these other cards, these other things you're going through. You need to change maybe the way that you're looking at things. Maybe if you're being overly protective with your emotions, you want to be objective, but you still want to be honest. You don't want to hide them. Again, so you want that understanding, you want that clarity, you want that openness, so that if there is a miscommunication or there is an illusion, that you're going to clear that, you're going to dispel it by being open and honest and talking, you know. And the more you're honest with yourself, like, and the more you feel balanced in yourself and in your emotions, the more you're feeling whole. Again, you're not just taking, you're giving. This is going to help you with pushing yourself forward and looking into your own future, right? So the more settled you are, the better platform you have to move forward. And we're going to pull these last cards. Dependability, stretch, and alliance. So again, I feel like this dependability, and maybe you'll be meeting someone new, some new interesting people might be walking into your life, but mostly I see this as, again, being there for other people. They're together, like, growing these flowers, producing this. So if you're going to make your dreams real, you can't do it all by yourself, no matter what. Nobody has come up, you know, lifted themselves out of the dirt by themselves. They may feel like it sometimes, but usually there's a hand that comes out and helps you eventually. So just make sure, if you're chasing some dreams, if you have goals that you're after, that you're allowing other people to come in and help you, and that you're being vocal when you do need help. You know, so you're inviting these dependable people into your life, but you're also being that dependable person for them in return. And this stretch card, to me, very much feels like the Queen of Cups over here, this Queen of Water. This is about you opening up, being emotionally out and available, you know, like, and connected, just like the spider. Like, all these tendrils are out, stretched and growing and making these strong connections with other people. You know, whatever bounties and harvesting you have, you're spreading the wealth. Like, this is prosperity. This is what it means to have and to give, and to, if you come up, you raise everyone up with you. So, like, you'll always be connected. So, and every little thing you have done for other people will accumulate. Every little connection you have with those around you will only do more to bolster you and feed you in your pursuit. And then the same thing with alliance. Like, this is about your connections making everyone stronger. You know, every thread that's spread fortifies the web, fortifies this safe place to be, fortifies your goals, you know. So, you know, finding out how you can help others also gives them the option to help you. You know, there's all these different you know, directions, groups of people. You may have to look into groups of people you wouldn't normally talk to. You may have to open yourself up to more than just your inner circle. This is about community. You know, so going out and volunteering and meeting more people in your community, maybe what you need to find the resources to push yourself forward. You know, giving up on this small area where you feel stuck in your life, and getting out there and meeting other people may give you avenues to things you didn't even know that you had, right? So this is about being just open-hearted, open-minded, humbling yourself. You know, this is about letting go of any ego that you have, because those emotions are clouding your judgment. So you want to just get rid of any ego you can, help others that need it, be there for your community, and it's going to bring people into your life that are going to help you, going to push you forward, are going to get you out of this cycle and into where you want to be. Okay. Thank you so much, Group 4, for sticking around. I really appreciate you guys checking out my reading. If you enjoyed it, please hit the like button, subscribe. I hopefully will be doing more readings like this. But if you enjoy some K-pop like I do, I got a lot of readings like that around to keep you busy. So thanks again. I really hope you guys are having a great day. I hope if you did celebrate Turkey Day with the rest of the United States of America, that you had a good one. I know I probably ate my weight in turkey, that's for sure. But thanks again for watching, and I just really appreciate you guys. So have a great day. Take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and I'll see you again soon.